Tantowi Yaya.
Tantowi Yawa.
Tantowi Yawa.
Tantowi Yaya.
Tantowi Yawa.
Tantowi Yawa.
How do you view the situation?
Are there any circumstances under which Indonesia will agree to the new Australian government's policy of turning back boats full of asylum seekers to Indonesia?
Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you very much for having me again in the show.
Are you saying it affects your sovereignty as an independent country?
How can it be clarified? Who would you like to see investigate?
He's already appointed a military officer to take charge of the turn back the boats policy. And do you worry it will hurt relations between our two countries?
Minister Morrison says that people smugglers and their clients have a very strong motivation for fabricating stories.
Do you believe that the Foreign Minister and the President will also reject the policy, or just the Parliament?
How has that news been received inside government circles?
Do you regard that as being legal?
They're seeking to discredit Australia's border protection policies.
What are your concerns there?
Now, is that the kind of attitude that Indonesia might expect from a friendly neighbour?
Do you believe the policy of turning back these boats in international waters is legal or illegal?
It has said that those breaches were accidental. Do you accept that?
Illegal, did you say?
What impact are these latest revelations likely to have on the Indonesian relationship with Australia, especially with regards to our cooperation on things like people smuggling?
Do you believe there's any chance this policy could lead to confrontation between our two countries?
The Australian Prime Minister Tony Abbott says Australia will do what it is entitled to do to secure Australia's borders.
So are you saying that the Australian government should not go ahead with this policy until it has the complete agreement of the Indonesian government?
You think you've been treated like enemies by Australia?
So would a compromise by the President cause him political problems?
The asylum seekers are not Indonesian and they're simply using Indonesia as a transit point to get to Australia.
Would Indonesia ever agree to that?
For that to happen, though, Australia-Indonesia relations would have to return to normal.
So to your knowledge, were either of these policies discussed with the Indonesian government or with your Foreign Affairs Commission before they were announced in Australia? So they were not discussed with you?
Can you foresee a time in the short term when that will happen?
Does the Foreign Affairs Commission regard people smuggling to Australia as a big issue?
Do you accept that explanation?
Do you worry that this policy, if implemented, could damage that relationship?
Do you not accept that explanation?
Is there anything else you particularly wanted to say?
Tantowi Yaya, thank you for your time.
Tantowi Yawa, we thank you very much for taking the time to join us tonight.
Tantowi Yawa, we have to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time tonight.
Thank you very much for the time once again. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Sonny. Thank you.